Hey, I'm Swinny Chad, and since the start of this channel, I've did a lot of stock colony videos. The problem so far, though, is they've all kind of felt incomplete. They weren't exactly functional the exact way I wanted them to be. Something always went a little bit wrong with them. One of the biggest offenders was my Minmus Colony, you could call it that. I did two separate videos on Minmus. The first one was with my Archangel SSTO. I sent a station around Minmus, and that's supposed to be like a refuel station. It could do all this stuff, but it didn't really do anything too well. So it's just kind of sitting there, and it was made completely redundant by the Dominion 1 base that I put on the surface. That was the very, very, very big SSTO that I used to put a huge surface base on Minmus, and it basically does everything, mining, all that. But it really doesn't have a good way of getting fuel into orbit, and isn't really that useful in the grand scheme of things, especially since recently Simple Construction, the mod I was using to build things on colonies, completely quit working, so that's added to the issue. So from here on, we're going to do fully stock, no Simple Construction mods for the colony videos, and I'm going to fix my colonies, starting with Minmus. But I built this pretty nifty little fuel tug here, and the idea of it is basically it's going to go down and dock with the any base on the surface with its little docking port on top of it. It's going to dock with the any base and then reload fuel and then just take off from Minmus. And it should have plenty enough power on Minmus. Oh god, yeah, 7 thrust to weight ratio. It's pretty dang good, almost 8. Yeah, we just got to get a big old rocket. We'll probably use the same one that I've been using for some of my bigger stuff. But yeah, this will basically just bring a whole bunch of fuel and oxidizer up to orbit and refuel whatever needs to be refueled at Minmus. It could even go all the way to low carbon orbit and refuel something there if it needed it. So it'll be like a little autonomous, or it can be manned too, little fuel tug for us. And it'll get rid of the need of having like bringing ore up and all that stuff. Everything's gonna be taken care of on the surface, and you're just gonna have fuel brought up. Much more efficient than the crap like the ion engines and the bringing the ore up and stuff that I was doing before. I mean, you lose some fuel here, but you've got so much of it. I don't think we're gonna be losing much. Okay, no idea why it's sitting on the edge of the pad, but we will get off with the launch. We've got Millsy and Guilford Kerman. I think these are the two pilots, the two young ladies that flew the little plane that blew up by the A-10 in one of my last videos. So they are back from the grave, and they're going to be our little fuel tug pilots. So we're going to launch this son of a gun. It has really great thrust to weight ratio because I crammed like 20 mammoth engines in here. Oh, I forgot about this. If you pitch this thing over too much, it starts burning its own engines off, which is suboptimal. Well, after an incredibly stupid and inefficient launch, we have the new Minmus fuel tug in orbit, and we're going to take it to Minmus now and solve our little refueling issue. Okay, we've arrived at Minmus, and we're going to try to land it down at the Minmus Space Center. Oh, whoa, we just got a close flyby with the outer gateway. We'll deal with you later. Okay, there's the Minmus Space Center. You know, we could almost, in fact, I think we literally could land it right now. Oh, we got plenty of fuel, plenty of thrust to weight ratio. Yeah, we'll just land it right now and dock it with the top of the Space Center, and then we're basically done with that, at least. We'll probably have to bring it back up to use it to refuel the outer gateway later, whenever we move it. I have a special move planned for the outer gateway, by the way. Normally I would be a little bit more efficient than this, but I mean, look at this thing. We got plenty of fuel. I was trying to quick save there, and it almost crashed the game. Cool. I forgot to put lights on this. I mean, I guess it's only intended to ever land here at the actual surface base, so not much of a problem. This might be a little bit tricky, actually, landing it and docking it with that pad on the top. We're gonna make sure we don't go past it. We might be able to directly land on top of it. That would be really, really, really good. Right over top of it. Set it as our target. And it's just like docking, but on a surface. Wow, those Kerbals must be really getting shook up in there. This thing is massive compared to the any base. Dang. I goose the throttle a little bit more. Oh shit! What'd I break? It was just a lot. It's just a lot. Good, good, good. Oops. That terrified me. I thought I broke the whole base. Boom, boom, boom. I got very lucky with that. I'd actually quick saved right before, or like auto saved or something right before that. So my game like crashed and I came back and I was actually able to start off with it right there rather than going through the whole process all over again. So here's the basic idea, as silly as it looks. Oh, hang on, let me make it daytime. All right, there we go. But as silly as it looks, the idea is we refuel here. Refuel all the tanks. We take back off very carefully, and then we go up to orbit, and with all these mini docking adapters here, we even have a Clampatron Senior down here, Clampatron regular, and then 2 Clampatron juniors. So we got every docking option that you can think of, except for maybe a grabber, and yeah. So with that out of the way, we're going to now do a recrew of everything, which I guess these guys don't need recrewed at all. I mean, they literally just came here. This is 88 years because it just docked to the Minmus Space Center here, and it's been here 88 years with the same crew. I hate that, but what can be done? Can't keep up with everything at once. So anyway, now we're going to go back and figure out how we're going to recrew everything, because we need to recrew the outer gateway and the Minmus Space Center here. I might use an SSTO for that. So we have this, which is the Lathe U4-1. I think it could make it out to the base, but we have questions about refueling here. Because this is made to dock to a little like ground adapter, hence the 2 wheels in the front. It rolls onto the little ground adapter and docks with it. This is for a old lathe colony that I had. Worked very well for that. Even has electric wheels that pop out, but I don't think it's going to work as much as I'd like to use it. So we're going to go with something else. Well, just for convenience's sake, after looking through my SSTOs, I guess we'll use the Archangel. I mean, it's reliable. Pretty proven at this point, and we need to get this ghillie base out of here. This is the same type of Archangel I used for the ghillie base, but we're going to get this ghillie base out of here, and we're going to put in a little crew compartment that'll hold extra Kerbals, just in case we need them. So we're just going to fill this up, and cool thing about this one is it will still have room for refilling. The little refilling assembly only takes up a tiny only takes up a tiny portion of the inside of this. So yeah, we got plenty of crew capacity. I think we won't even need that. Yeah, there we go. I stuck my little universal grabber arm on there, and we're going to go to the outer gateway first, and then we're going to replace the crew at the main Minmus Space Center, which we may have to stay out of physics range because that's a whole lot of parts in one place for my computer to handle, so it'd be perfect use for the rugged truck, I think, transporting crew back and forth. So in that case, we might actually pack some cargo here, and that cargo will be some airlocks so we can transport more crew at a time. Okay, I added a cargo department here, compartment rather, here with 3 airlocks, and we're just going to stick those in the back of the rugged truck so we don't have to get within physics range, and that should be able to transport 5 crew altogether to the Minmus base, which should be just enough to run it. Now we got to pick our crew. Let's see here. We're going to need a lot of them. So, okay, we're going to have a pilot and a scientist and 3 engineers, 2 scientists, 2 pilots. So that should be enough for everyone, I think. Yeah, because we'll have a pilot on the way back. We can just give a pilot and a scientist to the surface base, and a pilot and a scientist to the outer gateway, and then 2 engineers for the surface base and 1 engineer for the outer gateway. That should work out pretty dang good. And then we'll just go ahead and launch this. Archangel SSTO launches are my therapy, I swear. I love launching this thing. I've probably done it like 20-30 times, so I'm so used to launching it by now that I know the controls by heart. So we're going to get this up there, and I'll get back with you whenever we get to Minmus, probably. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of orbital magic here and point at the point at the Brega truck here I've got targeted, and we don't want to get too awfully close, but we don't want to get too far away because that whole deal with the Brega truck's probably gonna be pretty brutal on the icy Minmus surface, ice creamy Minmus surface. Okay, we lost one of our rear elevators, which usually isn't a good thing, but this thing's pretty tough, and I think it can handle re-entry and getting back to the KSC without its elevator. One of them, at least, hopefully. But anyway, we parked it on this little hill here so I can launch it easier, because this thing has a little bit of trouble tilting up on Minmus, especially fully loaded. Now we're just going to go to the map, and well, first we're going to quick save, and then we're going to go to the map, and then to the Brega truck, and load that son of a gun up. We'll have to make 2 trips, I think, which shouldn't be too bad at 4 kilometers. But then again, that thing does probably have to go pretty slow, so we'll see. Okay, here we are at the MSC. And we're going to load up the Brega truck now. I think I'll just use its top grabber arm thingy to just grab the base and dock it to it, so we don't have to deal with getting the Kerbals out and stuff. There we go. Now we should be able to stick our Kerbals in there. Oh, we got some classics in here. We got Tiger Kerman. That's the one with the black teeth from the Minmus Space Center video that I did. I think her name's Tiger Kerman. I can't remember exactly, but she has some. She has black teeth. I don't know if that's a glitch with the mod I'm using for the IVA here. It's called Free IVA. I found it from a SW. Okay, now that we got the Brega truck all loaded up, we will take and bring him over to the lander, the Archangel. And let me get this thing out of the dang way. Okay. We'll get going. Look at all that traction. Wow. Okay, we've ran into our first problem, which is this little hill here, and I'm not quite sure if this thing can handle it, though it looks like it probably is. Nice. I guess Minmus's low gravity makes slopes like this really not that bad. It is losing speed gradually, but I think we can crawl along. We might turn down the traction control back here a little bit. Oh. Why am I flipping? Oh. Okay. Very strange there. But yeah. We're just gonna head right to the Archangel and get the crew and do everything we need to do. Okay, after almost Tokyo drifting into the side of the Archangel there, which slid down the mountain while we were trying to catch it, we are finally here, and I guess we should get going with the getting the crew transferred and attaching a little extra crew parts to this. So I will get on with that. Okay, we have Bill Kerman out here with his blue Minmus suit on. And we're going to bring him over to the back crew compartments here. We're going to separate the new and old crew that way, because I'm bound to not remember their names and who was serving on what. So we're going to split them up like this. We're going to have the outer gateway crew in one of these, and then the Minmus crew in the other. I'll probably fill this one up with the Minmus crew here, because there's only going to be 3, and I think there's like only 1 person left at the outer gateway, so should be pretty easy to split up. And here we go. Grab this, and board. And then we're going to go back to the rugged truck and take Tiger Kermit out, her and her black teeth. Okay, we got Tiger and Bill. All that's left is Alan, I think his name is. Nobody remembers Alan, poor guy. Yeah, so we got to get him, and so we're going to make a whole nother trip there and back and there and there again. So 3 more trips across the flats. Yaks. We're going to use, what's her name? Goering? So we're going to use Herman Goering here to to build some crew capsules, extra crew compartments on the back of the rugged truck in order to give ourselves a little bit more crew space. Got a lot of people we're hauling. Turn off RCS, land there, and go to build mode. Everyone's favorite. I realize now I didn't need the cargo department because the hitchhiker storage containers carry almost as much, well, more than I actually needed. So we're going to take these 3 crew compartments here. And attach them to the side. There we go. And then we're going to take her over to the rugged truck. Hopefully. I'll be done without an EVA pack, so this should be fun. Whee! Okay, I'm gonna leave construction mode because we're gonna way overshoot it if I don't. Wait. Come on. There we go. So we're gonna bring her down in between the 2 crafts, and then we're going to bring these and attach them to the back end of the rugged truck there. Basically the same thing I did on Duna. Just using the bed of the rugged truck to haul a little crew compartment and attaching one to the top and stuff. Same exact idea there. Open airlock and open airlock. Now we have 5 compartments for Kerbals, 2 in the main cab and 3 back here. And I guess we'll go ahead and put her in the main cab, which I probably should have did before I put all those airlocks there, but I did leave a little gap for hopefully a Kerbal to get in. Okay, I think we've got, let's see, we've got everyone we want. 2 engineers, a scientist, and a pilot. So that should do, and I guess we'll pull out of here if I can. They're literally touching the wing, I think. Oops. We do have one of these empty. I think it's this one. Yeah. So we're not at full capacity, but you know, it never hurts to pack extra space in case if I need to take another Kerbal. Looks absolutely cozy in there. Mm-hmm. The peak of comfort. Luckily, this isn't actually like a trip across the damn solar system or something. It actually just is a practical place for them to stay while they're getting transported. So I thought this is pretty neat. Minmus is so tiny that 4 kilometers away is actually over the curvature of these flats. So I thought it was pretty neat. I forget how tiny Minmus is. It is absolutely small. It's like, how many kilometers is it? Like 30 or something like that? Tiny little thing. Well, I've learned one thing through this mission. Minmus is a really great place to do donuts.
2 hours later.
Okay, we got everything sorted out here at the Minmus base, so I think we're just going to move on to getting this refueled and going up to the outer gateway and getting them recrewed. Okay, that only took like a month. Not exactly the most optimal place for mining, I suppose. But now that we have at like half fuel or something like that, yeah, about half fuel, we're going to take off. This is going to be an interesting takeoff here. I'm kind of dreading it. So we're going to try to go up this hill and use it to basically get our engines vertical, so we can so we can actually get up off the surface, because this thing cannot rotate on Minmus, despite the big reaction wheels here in the front. Crap. Oh crap, and we're out of a monopropellant. Alright, I'm gonna put the brakes on it. High speed reject here. Get those nose gear down. That'll actually make taking off easier when we do it. But the reason I need some monopropellant is we're going to go meet with the outer gateway, so that's going to take some docking type stuff. So yeah, we don't want to just go up there and not be able to dock toward it. This thing is kind of awkward about turning around. It's not exactly the most maneuverable thing in space. I mean, it is a plane after all. Okay, full monoprop. Time to really take off this time. I guess we're a little bit heavier. Not much. We only have 100 monopropellant on board. We really don't want to tail strike on this. Well, at 20 meters per second. We already lost an elevator earlier, so that would not be good. There we go. The Archangel takes flight yet again on Minmus. Oh, overshot it a little bit. So the outer gateway meets the Archangel again. This is actually the same SSTO, not this same configuration, but the same class of SSTO, the same model, if you would, that launched the outer gateway, and now we're meeting with it to transfer some crew. Pretty darn cool. So it's a lot tinier than it looks whenever you're just at the outer gateway. I mean, look at this. But anyway, we are going to swap to this and get our crew off. Ooh, we have a lot of crew. Okay.
2,000 years later.
Okay, we got the outer gateway all recrewed now. We have a pilot, a scientist, and an engineer, all fresh ones. Ready to spend another 66 years in orbit, I suppose. But I think we're going to take them to a near-Kerbal asteroid soon, a little near-Kerbal asteroid system based on the Didymos system, the same one that DART collided with a while back, but that will be for another video. Right now we're going to get our current Kerbals back home safe. Yeah, we're missing an elevator, so this is going to be pretty difficult, I think. These kind of act as elevators because they're so far behind the center of mass usually, but our center of mass is pretty far back today, and I don't know about that. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Luckily we do have reaction wheels on this. No idea what aerodynamic effects aren't popping up yet. And the KSC should be in view now. Yeah, right here. So we're going to shoot out probably way past where the island is and then bring it back in. Ooh, some important stuff probably broke off of this. Crap. We have a very long history here. Okay, thank God it was just our RCS blocks and we're out of monopropellant any dang way, so that's no issue. Okay, we should be good now. Should be. Going relatively at a safe at a safe angle here that we can recover from. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I really don't want to fly this thing at like Mach 2 or 3 here, so we'll get the speed down a little bit. Okay, my goal here is to make an extremely shallow approach to the runway. And I want to make this as, well, it's not going to be that realistic. I mean, I'm flying a gigantic SSTO with the bird wings, but I want to make it fairly realistic. I've been reading a lot into landings, believe it or not, and how aircraft actually work rather than, you know, stuff like the flying brick. And I say as I turn it completely on its side and use the rudder to pitch the nose down. But anyway, I've been trying my best to look at building more realistic SSTOs and planes, so I can land them better, because I'm going to blame my design rather than my actual piloting skills. And we'll see. We'll see how well my theory works on landing here and trying to come in like an actual plane at a very shallow angle, which I've already screwed that up, I think. This thing does not like to slow down, it actually likes to gain speed like this. Fairly good glider. So I think I'm gonna like deploy these or something in opposite directions to give some drag to us. But it's not gonna help much. It is not gonna help much. Pretty off on our approach. Kind of float it in here. Just using the lift of the wings right now to try to line it up with the runway. Though I feel like this is going to be a pretty difficult landing nonetheless. I don't know if I'll bring the gear out yet. We don't want to completely drag it down. Though when I launch this thing, I basically left the gear out for half the flight and didn't realize it because I was looking from the top down. That's when I launched this. Okay. Looking okay-ish. Give it some rudder this way, and then it's kind of toward the middle of the runway, give it rudder the opposite direction. Hopefully we'll be good. I will bring out the gear now. We need to lose some speed. I'm overshooting the middle of the runway. Pretty badly. I keep our wings level. Lord have mercy. Okay. Really need to level off the wings now, and I really need to lose some altitude. Ooh, that's not a good look. Okay, we're probably gonna float now. Landing on the numbers, I guess, huh? This is a hot landing, but then again, I am pretty heavy. And not exactly down the middle line, but and it's pretty hard. But I'll take it. I will take that. I thought I was gonna do a little go around there. That's full brakes, just to show how heavy we are. 119 tons. Pretty hefty. And missing an elevator. We'll bring it, we'll go ahead and taxi it into the well, near the hangar. I wish you could actually pull it into the hangar. Yeah, there we go. Well, I think this is close to a perfect landing as I was going to get in that situation, given my piloting skills too. There we go. We got our entire crew back from the Minmus Space Center and from the Outer Gateway Station, and everything is recrewed, looking good. Now we're going to go check out the Minmus Space Center and show it off. We save the game first. Okay, we got our gigantic fuel tug at Minmus. It's all ready to go. Just fuel it up and send it up to orbit, and that will help greatly in the next video in this little mini-series where we're going to be fixing up our Duna base, which is all sorts of messed up, so stay tuned for that.